Hello, and thank you so much for ordering a spirit attachment or lower negative entity removal with me on Etsy. My name is Stasha Eriksen. If we haven't worked together before, welcome to my shop. With this order, first thing you need to do is submit your order requirements as soon as possible. You can send the order requirements to my Etsy profile page directly through the Etsy Messenger system, or you can email them to me to my personal email, which is stashaeriksen@gmail.com. For the order requirements, you need to send in a photo of yourself, a recent photo. And I really need to see your eyes because the eyes are the windows to the soul, and also the energy surrounding you, because it will help me to tap into the spirits that have attached to your energy field. Once I received your photo, also I need your full name and date of birth. And also, if you could share with me any symptoms that you have been experiencing since you have started having the spirit attachment, whether they be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual symptoms. The better you describe your situation, the better I can help you. Now, my shop is extremely busy. I've had this same Etsy shop since 2011, and I have thousands of clients that come back to me on a regular basis by just getting monthly energy clearings from me or sending their friends and family. So my monthly repeat clients is at least a couple hundred that I have been helping with since 2011. So because of that, and then all of the new clients that find me, my Etsy shop gets very, very, very busy. There's not many people that I know that do spirit attachment removals. There's lots of people that do different types of distance healing, but this is a very specific category. So this is why I tend to get very busy. So once you have placed your order, I've received your requirements, I immediately start working on your case. First thing that I do is I print out your photograph and I start creating a ceremony candle for you. And that candle I make completely from scratch. I do a different candle for each person, and it's always it's always a white candle that I infuse with different herbs, flowers, essential oils, different things that help to remove spirit attachments. Once I've created the candle, that takes a couple of days for me to create it, let it set and dry. I set up a small altar for you on an altar plate with your photo and the candle, and I'll add some small elements like sea salt or things of this nature that also help to remove spirit attachments. Now, a lot of other people that do this type of work, they tend to work with witchcraft and spells, and so they will have results for you in 24 hours, 48 hours, for example. I have, in my experience of doing this over 20 years, I trained as an ordained Christian minister. Now, I accept and I have studied in all religions. I even have a degree in world religions. So it doesn't matter your background when you come to me, but just know that the work that I do on your behalf is not witchcraft. It is not a spell. It is a prayer ceremony. So, for example, removing a spirit from somebody from a distance is just like doing an exorcism for somebody. So when I was trained to become an ordained minister, I was trained in exorcism, and I did many of these in person when I first started this work. However, it was very exhausting and very scary, and I would take a lot of these energies home, and I have children and a husband and animals, and I didn't want to bring that work home anymore. So I started training on how I could do this same type of basically an exorcism or a deliverance from afar. And what I've learned with my method over the years is that constant prayer is what removes these type of entities. So I say it's two things: constant attention to your situation and constant intention with my prayers to help you are what makes my rituals work, as opposed to somebody doing a witchcraft spell that's done in 48 hours. So essentially, the entire process takes about 3 weeks from start to finish. So about 21 days. And what I do on your altar is for 3 hours every day, I repeat deliverance prayers that remove spirits and negative entities from people. So I do 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour in the evening, and then I put out the candle. I say thank you for today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I keep this process going constantly over a 3-week period. And this is because, again, it takes time And it takes attention and constant intention and prayer to remove these types of spirits. They don't want to be removed. If you see an exorcism in the movies and they rip a demon off of somebody, what happens? The demon fights, the person ends up getting hurt, and it's a really upsetting process for everybody involved. So I've learned you can do the same prayers in the same way, but do it slowly and from a distance, and that protects you as a person. It protects the spirit, whether you want to help it or not, and it protects me as well, because the process is slow and steady. The spirit doesn't even really know what's happening. They don't know that they're being removed. And I, again, do this to help you and to help the spirit as well, so they're not kicking and screaming and fighting. When the spirit is removed, this is what many people ask me, what happens to it? So I am not God. I don't have the authority that God does. So what I do is, once I've removed the spirit, I give it to God. That's what I say. I take the spirit. Sometimes I will call upon the assistance of Saint Michael the Archangel, or Archangel Michael, who's the right hand of God. One of the main things that he specializes in is taking spirits who are lost or trapped back to heaven. So if the spirit's very, very strong, I will sometimes call upon his assistance, but typically I just repeat the prayer, and then at the end of the ceremony, if it takes 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it takes, everybody's different. I take the spirit and I give it to God, and I say, you and God can decide what happens next, whether that spirit receives a punishment, whether they decide to take an incarnation as a human being. This is a new thing that I've been getting feedback on, that some of these beings have never been in human bodies before. And if they could just do one human incarnation, they would understand how their harassment affects human beings. And then they could be a little more sympathetic to not doing this again in the future and tell their friends. So I always hope for the best in every situation. I don't banish, destroy, nothing with the spirit of this nature. It's not my job to do that, but it is my job to remove spirits from people who do not ask for them to be there. So that's how the process works. Now, because I'm just one person, I don't have an assistant or anything like that, and my shop is only open 4 days a week. Your patience and understanding is greatly appreciated. That's why I'm making this video. I get hundreds of emails every day on Etsy. I have my own website as well, StashaEriksen.com, where people contact me there as well. And so it's very difficult for me to kind of be sending constant updates. So you will not receive updates from me on a regular basis. You'll probably receive an update from me if I'm missing some of the information that I need to get started, or if I'm a little behind, and just letting you know that, hey, I know your delivery is in 3 days, but I'm not able to start till today. Is that okay? And I just like to stay in constant contact, but it's very difficult when I have so many different people to work with. 2 of the 4 days a week that my shop is open, I primarily only do ceremonies, and on those days I like to detach from the internet, because there's a lot of distractions when it comes to technology. It distracts my energy, it brings it down. So this is why I'm not online constantly sending updates. But once you receive this video and you sent your requirements, know that I've already begun on your case, and you can check your Etsy purchases to see when your delivery date will be. So all of the deliveries I have marked to be delivered within 3 weeks. So you can just go to your purchase and you will see the delivery date on your receipt if you have any questions of when it's happening. Of course, if there's an emergency, something pops up and you need to hear back from me right away, I will of course put ahead anybody who's having a difficult situation. I also have a couple of services where you can rush your healing ceremony for me to start it in 24 hours instead of a couple weeks. I do my best to accommodate everybody, but your patience and understanding is greatly appreciated. This type of work is very serious. I take my job very seriously. There are a lot of scammers out there that take advantage of people, and this is kind of what I mean. If somebody offers you a quick fix that's done in 24 hours, you have to kind of wonder if that's real or not. You need to look at those people's shops and see how long they've had their shop. You need to look at their reviews and see what the reviews are. On my reviews, I think I've received maybe 3 negative reviews in 12 years. And you'll see many of the comments from people are people who have come back to me over and over, or have suggested their friends and family. And I really work by word of mouth. I don't advertise my services. I ask the universe and God to send me exactly who I can help at this time. So I will leave my email address in the description box of this video. You can also contact me through Etsy directly if you have any questions, and know that in 3 weeks' time, when your ceremony is complete, what I will do is I will make a private video like this one for you, and I will explain everything that I did in the process. I will also pull some oracle cards for you as well to bring some guidance from any guardian angels, ancestors, or spirit guides that are helping you or surrounding you. If you prefer not to have oracle cards pulled, you can let me know that too. But most of the ones that I work with are very positive, and it's mostly angelic messages and things like that, just to kind of give you some outside guidance from the universe. I work very much on energy. I'm an empath, and words can get very difficult for me to explain. And so sometimes pulling those oracle cards are an extension of what I'm trying to say with words, but what I'm feeling. So I will pull an oracle card reading for you as well. And then you'll receive like a 10-minute video like this where I'll explain the process, give you your reading. And then if there's anything that comes up, anything that I pick up on intuitively to help you moving forward, I will of course suggest that for you moving forward in the delivery as well. I also take several photos of the altars itself, so I will provide you with photos from the ritual as well. This will be done in a digital delivery when everything is complete. So when you check your orders, you'll be able to download basically a PDF document that will have a video link, which will be private, and any other links to things, services, or products I think could help you moving forward. And then all of the photos from your ritual will be completed after that. The readings are the healing ceremonies that I do are what I call timeless healings. So it doesn't matter when I start, when it begins, what time of day or time zone it is for you and me. The work that I do is limitless and infinite, because when you work with prayer, it is limitless and infinite. It is not restricted by moons or dates or times that, in the way that witchcraft would be. So this is why, again, doesn't matter when you reach out to me, it's timeless. So I look forward to helping you. Again, if you don't hear from me constantly, know that I'm doing working on your situation and trying to stay detached as much as possible from any distractions that could keep me from doing the best quality work possible for you. So I'm sending you prayers and love and peace from Norway, and I look forward to helping you. Bye-bye.